Welcome back to the Angry Man Podcast with Jason and Greg. So this is an interesting one for me, and I'm curious to get everyone's thoughts. So I can't wait to see what's in the comment section. And I think I'm going to post something in the community and the Discord on this particular topic. So be on the lookout for that, because I got to know what you all think. Before I jump into this video, though, I got to welcome those of you who are new to the channel. This is the Angry Man Podcast on sports media, where Jason and I are always dropping boxing related content. So make sure that you become a subscriber. And for those of you who are regular patrons, you know who we are. You know what we do. Make sure you smash the like button or the dislike button if you don't like the content. But make sure that you are engaging with the content. Now, we just saw Devin Haney come off of one of his best wins. It's so interesting when you think about how boxing operates, right? You got so many fans that are critical of Brian Norman Jr. and his performance this past weekend, saying that they always knew he was a bum and this, that, and the third. But then in the same breath, are elevating Devin Haney because of the win. How can you have both? How can you have a guy that supposedly is a bum, but at the same time, this guy who beat the so-called bum is now being elevated back to whatever status you all thought he had, or elevated to the top welterweight in the division? It's just so interesting to me. But I thought Devin did well in the sense of standing his ground, looking more like the Devin Haney that we remember prior to the Ryan Garcia fight. And, did some things in the ring that I thought he did well. There were some other things that I thought that he left out on the table, opportunities that he did not capitalize on in that fight. And there's various reasons why I believe that to be the case, but this video isn't about that. But Devin has shown the propensity, and I think everyone has to give Devin credit, whether you are a Devin Haney detractor or if you are a Devin Haney supporter, which there are some that are a little overboard in terms of his support. But at the end of the day, one thing that you can say about Devin Haney is essentially he fights the best fighters in the weight class when he can. I think we should give him props for that. I think the only person that you could argue that maybe he didn't necessarily want to move forward with fighting was Shakur Stevenson. But then you could also make an argument that Shakur Stevenson negotiated his way out of the fight and or could have just taken what was being offered, won that title or won that unified title, and then became unified at 135. Whatever your argument is, it is what it is. But Devin has shown a willingness to face the best fighters in the division. Now, we know that Ryan Garcia has a match coming up with Barrios, one that is undeserving. But nonetheless, he's getting the opportunity to win a welterweight title. And I was always under the assumption that the reason why they were looking to have Ryan face Barrios was because they hoped that he would win that version of the welterweight title. You have Devin Haney, who currently has the WBO welterweight title. And in a rematch, you have a unification fight between Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. Whether you believe Ryan Garcia deserves the opportunity to fight for that title, you got to admit that this is good marketing, right? This is good promoting. This is how you would want to promote a fight like this and bring interest amongst people who just saw Ryan Garcia lose to Rolly Romero. So all of that makes sense to me, although I believe that Ryan Garcia is undeserving of any kind of title shot. But now Bill Haney has a trick up his sleeve. Bill is now calling for a Rolly Romero fight. Rolly Romero, the same Rolly Romero that many of you fans are going to actually poop on, if you will, in terms of his skill set, in terms of his ability, in terms of the fact that he has a title and shouldn't. You're all going to talk trash in regards to Rolly Romero. And you're going to elevate Devin Haney if he were to beat Rolly Romero. I know that's what's going to happen. But I got to tell you, I actually love the fight. I love this fight. I love Rolly versus Devin. I want to see this fight. I know you thought I was going to come in here and shit all over Bill Haney and all over Devin Haney and say they're ducking and dodging and they doing this and they doing that. And I don't know. Maybe they are. I personally don't believe Devin Haney matches up very well with Ryan Garcia. I think you guys are going to be shocked in a rematch because I think styles make fights. I want to reiterate that. I think styles make fights, and I think he's going to struggle with Ryan Garcia again. But I like the Rolly fight. I like the Rolly fight for a number of reasons. Number one, I think Rolly is going to be very aggressive. I think number two, I think Rolly is very awkward. I don't even think Rolly is very awkward. I know Rolly is very awkward. And that awkwardness and that power is going to present problems. It presented problems for Tank until Tank caught him. But Devin doesn't have the power to catch him. That's why I want to see the fight, because I think it could be interesting. I'm not saying that Devin loses this fight. No. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying it could be interesting if Rolly can land a shot. One thing we know Rolly can do, Rolly can punch. What happens if he lands? That is the one question that I have for Devin Haney, because Devin still fought in a manner that was highly reserved, did not want to take risk, made sure that he wasn't punching and creating opportunities. That's why I said that he left a lot of offense out there on the table, because he wasn't trying. You can actually produce. He could have actually produced more offense. The problem was he also would have subjected himself to more risk. And so Rolly, with that awkward style, probably going to come to Devin, isn't going to respect Devin's power, although Ryan is saying that Devin can actually, is kind of like a sneaky power. Maybe when you don't see it, it hurts. I don't know if that's really sneaky power, or is that just what we've always seen in the sport of boxing. It's the punches that you don't see that hurt. I mean, you don't see a punch coming, you're going to get hurt. So I like the fight. I'm glad Bill is suggesting it. I want to see it. I do. I like that fight. Now, I don't know what that means for a Ryan Garcia fight. I don't know why they're talking about Rolly Romero right now when it's clear that they're trying to maneuver into a Ryan Garcia fight. But I do like the fight. And whoever wins, like if I'm assuming Ryan's going to beat Barrios. If Devin were to go and face Rolly, you got whoever wins those fights, they're gonna end up becoming undisputed. So maybe Devin has the opportunity to become 2 times undisputed. I don't know. We'll see. But it's a fight that I like and a fight that I want to see. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section in regards to this. Don't forget to hate, like, comment, and subscribe. This is the Angry Man Podcast on Sports Media, and I am